Hey, welcome back guys to another video, and we're continuing our Rays Moneyball franchise. In this one, we're going into the offseason in Season 2. Did come up just short in the playoff run. 2 games behind the Athletics. Yeah, the Athletics just got hot when we got cold, and then we weren't able to exactly quite make up the games lost there. But we did have a good season. 89-73 is not a bad season at all. Just got outplayed a little bit by a couple other teams that were a little bit better. So yeah, we're going into the next season looking to contend again. You know, depending, this might be the last season, otherwise maybe Season 4 will be. Unless people watching really want to see me continue this. Otherwise, you know, maybe we'll do another Moneyball one for a different team at another point moving forwards. But yeah, let's jump into the offseason. So we need a couple coaches there. And anybody retire? Nobody on our team. Anybody of note? Matt Kemp, Cano, Hamels, Braun, Romo, Happ. A couple guys retired. Cano made the Hall of Fame. And alright, moving on to free agents. So, Erlin, I want to bring back only if the money's right. Nova, we are going to move on from. So, Erlin's, I think his salary was like 2.2 last year. It was 5. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to move on from him. I really like him in the bullpen, but you can't be paying a guy $5+ million when the whole organization is got to be 50 or lower. It's just not gonna work, unfortunately. So. Yeah, unfortunately, we got to move on from Erlin. We got to move on from Nova. Nova doesn't really have a spot in the rotation, and that's what he is. He's a starting pitcher. I'm not really going to put him in the bullpen. Yeah, so couple moves I was thinking of making before I go into the arbitration and the contracts, and then we get into free agency. Depending on prices, salaries. Pham is someone that we might have to move on from. I think also probably Brandon Lowe, just because his salary is getting a little too expensive. It's going to be 3.8 now. I don't think he's necessarily worth paying that much in a franchise like this. If the player was like a really good player and we had him for that much, I could see it being okay. But I don't think Lowe is worth that for us. Narvaez, I might move on from. Not really sure. I know he had a down year, and the year before that he had a really good year. So if he could kind of even it out, because we are paying him $3 million. So if we're paying him $3 million, I want him to do as expected. So maybe we hold on to him and kind of see how he does, and then maybe trade him at the deadline. But it's a possibility that we could move on from him. For the starters, I got Alvarado is a possibility to move on from as well. He's up for arbitration. He hasn't quite been that shutdown closer we were looking for. He actually blew more saves this past year than the year before that. Even though his ERA was a little bit lower, but his WHIP was higher. You know, he's not exactly what I'm looking for. If he's cheap, then of course we'll bring him back. Otherwise, we might look to move him. Erlin we already mentioned, and then Minter is another guy who might be a little expensive. So again, depending on how much he wants, you know, I'm willing to bring him back if he's relatively cheap. You know, if he's maybe above, like if he's in the high 2s, over 3, I'm probably going to move on from him. And then a couple of guys we mentioned, Nova. Anthony Banda is someone I might look to trade, him and De Leon. Now I know they're kind of depth pieces right now that we might be able to use, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling their per 9s, and I don't want to pay them, you know, 500+ K. Just be sitting in the minor leagues. So we might look to trade them, maybe get something back, but we'll see. We'll see. So I'm going to go into the arbitration, get that settled, get the contracts renewed, and then we'll move into free agency and make a few trades before the season starts. So I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, so I finished doing the arbitration, did the renewable contracts. I went into free agency, actually, and really we can't afford to bring in anybody that's actually going to help us. But we did offer contracts to a couple of B potential guys that I thought might be useful in some trades, which is going to be super important, more so than it has been the first 2 years after what I show you in a second. But we got Young here, or Jung, who's 22, closing pitcher, 70 overall, B potential. I mean, he's the closest one, but I would never really have him in the bullpen because his walks per nine are so low, and we're really trying to go for it here. Stephen Harmon, 1966, B potential, shortstop. He's got a lot of contact, actually, and speed. Can't hit, but he's got a decent eye. He's not a bad player if we kept him to, like, if we were playing a little bit longer and we kept him to develop. But he could probably have some value in a trade. Then we got George Dunning, 65, B potential, 20. You know, he could turn into something. His walks and hits per nine are also super low, so that's not good. But he could have some value, and the same goes for Tim Bailey, who's 1959, B potential. Yeah, could turn into something. I'm not really sure. He's only a 59, so it wouldn't be for a while. But the reason I'm picking up 4 guys, or as many as I could find, was because with the, not so much the contracts, but I noticed some of these guys, like next year, for instance, McNeil's going to want like 5 million, I think. Close to 5 million. Who else? There were a couple other guys that I noticed. Let me see if I can find them. Not Keyboom. I don't know. I mean, Velasquez is probably going to be traded. He's making too much. I don't know. Who's the other? Senzel. Senzel's going to want like 7 million next year. I mean, if we move Pham this offseason, we're left with 2 outfielders. And then we lose Senzel next season. For the arbitration, it's not the best. Pham, on the bright side, is if we keep him, he's making less than he did last year. So that's something to keep in mind. Herman wants 4.2. It jumped up from like $1 million or 900K. Chirinos is good. Minter, I'm a little hesitant with 2.7. Same for Montes. That's a little bit much for him. Alvarado wants 2.5. I'm a little unsure about what to do with these 3 guys, depending on how much room we have with the budget. Marco Gonzalez jumped up from 800K to 2.6 million. Chaz Rowe, we barely even used him, and he's making 1.2. So if we're not going to use him, I'll probably move him. Jackson's alright, and Smolinski, same thing like Rowe. I don't think we're going to use Smolinski unless we use him as like a 5th outfielder, but he's making 1.1 million. So a couple of these guys are making way more than I expected, like especially Herman. So we're going to have to trade a few more pieces than I had initially thought we would. So yeah, let's get into, actually, really quickly, we probably have to release some guys. So let's just release the lowest rated guys, see potential stuff. Actually, we'll release these guys. So that should be enough to sign those guys. Well, then we'll have to release a few more players. But let's start simming a little bit here. So the Athletics acquired Perez from the Royals from Naya and Waka. And they signed Brad Hand. Cool. Athletics making some moves. Alright, so we signed everyone. Now we just have to release a few more. Let's release him. We'll release Friedrichs. I'm probably going to have like no relief pitchers. We'll release Padlo as well. Alright, so the budget right now, we're already at 44 million, and I don't think we have too many guys signed. Actually, we do, but we're still waiting on a bunch of these guys as well, so it's definitely going to go over 50. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 guys who still need to get paid. Yeah, we're going to have to move a couple players. Alright, so let's just keep simming here. We're just going to go straight, as the Nationals signed Winkler to a 3-year deal, we're just going to go straight to the spring training and then start looking for deals. The Braves signed Betances to a 3-year deal. Keelan Kella has signed a 5-year deal with the Athletics again. The Braves also signed Betts to a 9-year contract. Nice. Do we need to put anybody on the 40-man? Oh, no, we're good. We're good. Alright, Peterson, 3 years with the Diamondbacks. Giles, 4 years with the Angels. Making some moves here. Cubs are interested in a trade. Well, we can't do that. It's actually not a bad trade, I don't think. I missed the second player, but the money stuck out to me. Alright, let's go to the draft and see if there's anybody here that we can pick up for cheap. Let's see. Nope. Silvino. Interesting name. Bracho. No, I don't think he's going to make the roster, even if we did pick him up. Not really anybody here, surprisingly. Okay, never mind. Let's keep simming. Oh, the Twins are interested in an offer. Alex Kirilloff. It depends. No, you can't have Cutliff. But I'll give you a couple other prospects, maybe. How is he rated? Oh, he's only a 67? I want to keep Stanek too. I don't know. I mean, this does save us money and everything, but it doesn't help us compete. So I'm gonna have to say no. 2 decent trades, I think, that we had to turn down. Blue Jays acquire Kiermaier from the Yankees for Lourdes Gurriel Jr. and Rowdy Tellez. Almost at the end here. The arbitration for Herman won. Alright, so he's got to get moved for sure. Yeah, we got to get some coaches. So let's see what's here. We got A's. Alright, pitching coach. We'll go with Mike Wolf. 4 years. And then, who's the other guy? Third base. We'll go with this one because durability doesn't really matter. The injuries are off, which I have to change actually because I've been doing the Brewers franchise as well. Gotta remember to switch that back and forth. Okay, so that should be good. Accepted. We'll check for the scouts. And then we'll take a look at some trades. International, we're good. East, we're not good. East, here we go. Central, 25, 26. West, we're going to be good for West as long as this guy doesn't retire. Okay, so I actually do have to change this. Injuries off. God help us if the injuries were on in this. That would, oops. Still good, right? Yeah, we're still good. Okay. That would be horrible if the injuries were on in this. I think I made a good choice to keep them off. Alright, so I'm going to take a look at the trades, the trading market, I guess we'll call it, and the trading block. And yeah, I'll let you guys know once I find something. This is probably going to be a little bit involved. Alright, so we're going to switch up the screen that we use for taking a look at the trades that we make in this video, but we are going to make a trade with the Indians here. So Herman, Matthew Liberatore, and Brandon Lowe for Shane Bieber and Art K. Now, I'm willing to use some more of the prospects than I was in the previous 2 years, just because I know that we're not going to go past 4 years at most. This may be the last year. So if we're trying to go for it and we need to put in prospects to get a deal to go through, why not do it? Because they're not necessarily going to, develop enough to help us out that much at the major league level while we're playing. So we are adding in Liberatore. We gotta trade Brandon Lowe here, and he gets the deal done. Now, we do have room to pick someone up, but I don't really think there's anyone that we necessarily need, or that's really going to help us out too much that we can fit in there. Yeah, they kind of drop off a little bit, but it's okay. We're saving money, so that helps out as well. And then we're also obviously trading Domingo Herman. Now we are going to get Shane Bieber, who's kind of going to take over Herman's spot in the rotation. Not a bad pitcher. I'm hoping he doesn't, regress at all back to here these first 2 years, but we'll see how he does. And then we're getting Art K, who's only making $87,000. He looks like he's good. I mean, last year he played 20 homers. I know he hit 258, but he's 20 years old. He's got good attributes. He's going to develop. Looks like a good guy to pick up. So we're going to go through with this deal, and then I'm going to keep looking for more, trying to shave off some more of this salary. We still need to get rid of $7 million, so that actually really did help us out quite a bit. But yeah, I'll meet you guys back at the screen to go over the future trades that we're going to be making. So the second trade that we're going to be making is not what I thought it was going to be. I was actually about to make one for Casey Mize from the Tigers, but I moved over one team and realized Sean Manaea is on a really good contract for some reason still, and maybe he's on a multi-year deal right now. I actually don't know, but he's a lot cheaper than I thought he was going to be, or that I thought he would be at this point, and he's improved quite a bit from where he usually is at a 78. Recently on the rosters. So I'm always good with having him on the team. He had a very good year last year. I think he can repeat that, and he can kind of be that 1-2 punch at the top of the rotation with Bieber. Now they are both, oh no, Bieber's a righty. I thought Bieber was a lefty. Alright, so we got a lefty and a righty at the top. We are going to be trading Frankie Montas and then Rick Cutliff, because they are looking for closers. Again, I'm more open to trading these prospects. I know Cutliff was, I think, our first draft pick. But we'll have to part with him. I'm sorry. We're also going to put in Heredia. And of course, if we need another fifth outfielder, I don't think we will, because we just picked up K. We might not trade Pham, depending on, how much salary we can shed. Even if we do, well, yeah, if we trade Pham and we need a fifth outfielder, I think Smolinski can get it done as the fifth guy, but we'll see. We're going to trade Heredia, though, in this deal as the third player, and along with Manaea, we're going to be receiving a potential catcher. Again, if we play a fourth season, he's going to help out in trades. Really didn't have too much trade value right now, and I'm not exactly sure why, but I do think it's a little bit of a glitch, possibly. But either way, we got to do it. So yeah, this is going to be the second trade. We got our second guy at the top of that rotation, and again, I will let you guys know what the next trade is when we make it. We still gotta shave off $5 million, so I'll be right back with the next one. Alright, third trade that we're making is we're moving on from both Jose De Leon and Anthony Banda in the same trade. And we're also going to trade over Jose Alvarado. Now we're going to get two guys here. It doesn't really look like it's necessarily going to help us out, but I think it could. David Rivers is a guy that we can use in a trade if we need someone with a lot of value. And Tommy Ness is someone that could definitely, because he's only 28 potential, 77 overall, and his per nines are not too bad. He could really develop, but he could at least probably be that second lefty in the bullpen, I think. In case we do need to trade Minter. Or first lefty. Geez, only lefty? That's not good. Anyway, we might have to find another lefty, but regardless, that's if we trade Minter. But regardless, I do think this trade is going to help us out, so we're going to make it. At the very least, it saves us a bunch of money. So let's take a look at the budget. So close. So close. Alright, yeah, gotta trade one more guy, and I really don't know who it should be. It might be Connell, just because I don't think he's gonna play a role this season, unless we can trade Rowe, because we probably don't need him. Let me see. Yeah, we probably don't need Low. We can trade Low. Let's trade Low. What do we need, though? We're good on starters. We're good in the bullpen. We do need another bullpen arm potentially. Yeah, I mean, we can always put Castillo into the closer's role, and then have Santana, Trevino, Stanek. That's 3. Jackson is 4. Ness is 5. Minter is 6. Yeah, and then Pagan as well. I mean, we should have enough, and then we have a couple of starters that could even fill out that bullpen in Blackburn. Maybe McKay, maybe Connell. You know, so we should be good. Gomez is looking good too. Okay. So, yeah, I think we're going to trade Chaz Rowe. So be it. Let's find someone that we can get. This is a very good question. Who can we get? Let's see. Gilmar, I might just like grab a reliever that could help us out if we need to. Like Gilmartin doesn't even get it done. Really? Huh. Okay, what if I hand you what if I hand you off Lucius Fox here? 1 second. Yeah, we can absolutely do that. What if I give you Velasquez and you give me something else? How about that? How about that? Didn't we trade him in the first place? Any 8 potentials? I mean, what do we need? Yeah, I don't really know. I guess shortstop, but not really. I don't know. I'm not really sure where we're kind of lacking depth in the organization. Maybe the outfield, maybe shortstop, maybe not really first base, maybe a catcher, but we don't need a catcher. I guess just see if we can make a trade here for what's his name? Where is he? Gilmartin. Boom. And then we got to add someone in. We're pretty much just going back to what we had. Lucius Fox can work. Cool. So we're going to do that. And that should be the last trade that is necessary. And then we'll take a look and see if we really need to do anything else. So yeah, we're at 50 million. So we're good on the budget right now. And we kept Pham. We kept Narvaez. We kept Minter. We even kept Marco Gonzalez, who I really wasn't considering trading in the first place. But yeah, let's just take a look. So we got Bieber, Manaya, Chirinos, Yarbrough, and Gonzalez, who can all be that 1 through 5 in the rotation, and I'd be happy with that. I'd be very confident in that rotation. The bullpen, we'd be good with Santana, Castillo as the closer, probably. Trevino, Stanek, and Minter are all good. Pagan is good. That's 6 guys right there. 7 would be Jackson. And then Ness is someone that could definitely play a role too, and that's 1 extra guy in the bullpen even with him. So at catcher on offense here, we have, well, I really shouldn't say on offense because they played both offense and defense, but putting that aside, we got at catcher here Narvaez, and then either Perez or Kenizer. Still don't know if I'm saying his name right. Yeah, we got them as the backup. And then we got Voit at first, McNeil at second, Camargo at third, with Diaz probably. Welker's there, Matsumoto, Adames, Kaiboom, Robertson. We're good on the infield, and then the outfield is Pham, K, Senzel, Meadows, and Smith Jr. most likely. So yeah, I'm pretty confident in where we are right now with the team. So actually, what I should do is pretty much just set that up. So Connell, AAA. Drake, AAA. Gil Martin, AAA. Same with Beeks and Kolarek. That should be that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know why David Rivers is on the 40-man, but he is. Tommy Ness can be sent down, and then we have Jackson, Narvaez, and how did Kanizer do? Not the best. Perez did what when he did play? He did a little bit better. Maybe we'll try. We'll stick with Kanizer for right now. I feel like I'm saying his name wrong. But if he does struggle, we'll call up Perez and see how he does. And we also have, I'm going to say his name wrong too, Siufo. If we, desperately need another backup catcher. But we got Voit, send Choi down. McNeil, Camargo, what do we do here? Adames. Then we got Matsumoto, Welker, Diaz, who we want. We're a little crowded here. Voigt's for sure, McNeil's for sure. Camargo's a definite. I think Diaz should be a definite. Well, Welker might not be exactly ready, so we'll send him down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then Adames is 5. Maybe send Matsumoto down because he's got options. And then Robertson? Keyboom, I'm a little unsure about for right now. So we'll go with this for the time being. See how that works. And if we need to change anything, we can change something. And then I do have to send down Blackburn here. Alright, so rotation. Bieber, Manaya, Marco Gonzalez, Chirinos, Yarbrough. Then in the bullpen we have Castillo as the closer. We have Santana. Minter's the only lefty. We have Santana as the setup guy. And then Stanek is the lawn man. The lawn man. No, he does not mow our lawns. He is the long man, Kevin. God. Then we got Minter, Pagan, Jackson, and Trevino in middle relief, so that should be good. And then the lineup would be Meadows, Pham, and Senzel in the outfield. Meadows, Pham, Senzel, Meadows, Pham, Senzel. Same thing. Okay. So that should be good. Catcher, we have Narvaez. Yep. First base. First base, we have Robertson. First base, we have Robertson. Is that the best option? Let's figure out other things first. McNeil's going to play second. Third base is going to be the same type of thing here with... Wait, why is that messed up? Camargo versus lefties. Yandy Diaz versus righties? Shortstop's going to be Adames. Oh, Yandy Diaz is playing first with Robertson. Okay. Okay, that works. So now DH versus righties is Luke Voit, and then DH versus lefties is Luke Voit. Okay, so that means the bench is going to be Art K, who I really wish could get into the lineup, but he can't. Daniel Robertson or Yandy Diaz. Dwight Smith. Or no, Daniel Robertson or Camargo, because Yandy Diaz is splitting time between first and third. Should we even do that? Yeah, we should. And then Dwight Smith. Okay. So I think that's good. Budget's good. Everything's good. We're ready for the season. I'm just going to sim spring training here. Yes, we do. See how we do in spring training. Just give us a little preview of what the season might hold. and we're doing, oh my god, really good. I wish this was the regular season. So yeah, what are we ranked at right now? First, but again, that's going to change. So let's just head into the regular season. And where are we at? We're 6th. So we're still doing good with a $50 million or less budget. Yeah, so we're going to end this one here. We'll pick it up in the next one with the regular season. It might be the last season, depending on how they do. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of this this team and where we're going here. What, you know, do we have a chance? I know we're rated 6th, but I don't know. I'm a little iffy on the offense, but we'll see what happens. Any players you might want me to get either for this one or the future, players that I haven't seen or haven't picked up that might be a good idea to pick up. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you guys in the next one.